Hey guys, Cory Stocklin with Morel, here to talk about 5 unique features of Morel speakers. Feature number 1, EVC motor structure. So the EVC motor structure allows us to be able to move the motor, the magnet system, into the inside of the voice coil. So our voice coils are naturally larger, so we get the better heat dissipation, better control, better linearity out of that. On top of that, it moves the motor structure up and doesn't take up as much space. We have a nice compact design. But the overall benefit of the EVC motor is we can now focus the magnetic flux of this motor into the voice coil. So we have up to 90% more efficiency with the same size motor structure as a conventional design. 90% more efficiency into that coil. So we get a lot more power, a lot more output, a lot more control, and a lot less distortion. But it also makes it so it's a lot smaller and we can fit more of a speaker in a smaller space. Feature number 2, oversized voice coils. Morel believes in oversized voice coils, and there's a good reason for it. With traditional voice coils, they're usually about an inch or so, and it makes it so that it has a very narrow point on the diaphragm, which leads to the cone being able to walk. With the Morel oversized voice coils, as you can see with this Elate driver, we have a very good grasp around a big area of the diaphragm, which makes it so it's in excursion, it can have a lot better linearity and a lot better control. But that's not the only thing that we have. We also have the Hexatech voice coil, which is a hexagonal voice coil wire, which makes it so that we can compact the windings of the voice coil a lot tighter, so we get a lot more focused energy into the voice coil. But with that size of the voice coil, we can actually make it so that we can dissipate much better heat than most of the other conventional speakers out there, which means we can drive these speakers harder for longer with better reliability. Feature number 3, point source. So point source is not very commonly used in the industry. And the reason for that is most people opt for a coax design because they can use a traditional tweeter, put on a pull piece, and it fits inside of a speaker. Point source requires a full motor structure to be built in tandem with the speaker placement itself. And what point source does is it makes it so that the tweeter sits in the same alignment as the mid-bass driver and makes it so that your phase alignment between the two drivers actually becomes equal, so that we don't have any nulls, we don't have any pullouts, we don't have any frequency response holes or losses, and we get a maximum performance out of a very shallow and very easy to install speaker. We don't have a tweeter protruding, so we can fit these behind a lot of narrow grills or small grills and be able to get maximum performance out of a driver. Feature number 4, AccuFlex Dome Tweeter. The AccuFlex Dome Tweeter has been utilized and refined by Morel for almost 50 years. We use them in our home audio products, also in our car audio products, to be able to make it so that we have the best frequency response and best tonality that you can possibly have. It's utilized by companies like Magico for their home audio speakers, and we also use it for all of our car audio products. It's a physical design of the tweeter with a coating, a special coating, to make it so that we have better rigidity and better damping factor to be able to give you a nice, natural sound and also move any breakups or anomalies outside of the audible band, but also make it so that the tweeter can play lower than most conventional speakers, all the way down to 2200 hertz, which is a pretty impressive feat. With that, we also can increase the size of the speaker to make it so we have a bigger voice coil, so we have better power handling, better heat dissipation, and better linear control. Overall, it's a pretty impressive little speaker. Feature number 5, car filter. The car filter, or controlled acoustic resistance filter, is placed on the back of the vent on the woofer. What it does is it mimics an enclosure so that you have better frequency response and better dynamics coming out of the speaker regardless of install location inside the vehicle. What we can do is we can actually increase bass response and power handling up to 30% while using these filters. This basically makes it so that your woofer will perform regardless of vehicle or install location the way that you want it to. Cory from Morel again, and I just gave you 5 unique features of Morel speakers. For more information, please visit our website at MorelHifi.com.